Alright, we have our next load ready to go. How much money we got? 47 grand, about to be 50 when I complete this load. So what was the time about? I think I finished my conversation in the last video, so let's find a new conversation to talk about. I was gonna say something about my truck here. This seems like a pretty beast truck, but that wasn't what I was gonna say. Something about my truck, Euro Truck Simulator, and I think I hit that wall just now. Man, I don't remember. What was it? Oh my gosh. I needed to do something. I said in an earlier video a couple of hours ago, probably a couple of days ago for you, that I needed to do something to my truck or to my game or something. And I finally did it, and I was going to tell you guys I did it, but I don't remember what it was. Wow. That's horrible. Can't remember. Alright, well, I guess it'll come to me later. Anyway, we're driving a load. We got $47,000. Trying to get to $100,000 to buy a truck. And like I said in my earlier video, my plan is to hire a worker to drive that truck and just try to double my profits. I don't know if it'll let me do that. We'll see. We'll see if it'll let me do that. I was looking to see if I cut somebody off because I heard the horn blows, but no, he was just being friendly, eh? Canada, eh? That's another thing. Back to my, I'm not going to do this the whole episode, by the way, but driving trucks or hauling loads or whatever, I have a passport. I could easily do cross-the-border loads. Now, I get there's a lot more stuff to that, too. You gotta get confirmation across the border with the load and all the paperwork, but I mean, I'm legal to cross the passport myself, so cross the passport, cross the border myself into any country. I mean, it doesn't have to be Canada. I'm just saying, hey, I left the city. We're moving now. I feel a little unsafe in this truck. I feel like I'm just like, I don't even know. I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like I'm going to miss the turn here is what I'm going to do. Gosh. This truck seems like it's got a lot of power. It seems to pick up and go a lot faster than all the other ones. Am I reviewing Euro Truck Simulator trucks now? I think I am. Wow. I wish, in my single player game, see, this is online. My single player game, I have mods. And the particular truck that I like is a Kenworth. And it's $47,000. Technically, I'd have enough money right now to buy that truck. I need to shop around. I need to go look at like this Mercedes and see if they're any cheaper. I don't think I'm going to find a truck for... Yeah, I just did that. You didn't see it, though. Be quiet. I don't think I'm going to find a truck for under 100, though. Not modded. And the entire point of this save game is to play online, which means no mods. Can't do mods if you're going to play online. Man, I wish I had a radar detector in here. I don't know if it'll let me add that. It probably won't to go online. That'd be awesome. The radar detector beeps when you get near like a speeding camera, which I need that so bad. That would just save me a bunch of money. It kind of sucks that I don't have anyone here actually playing with me. Kyle, I assume, has went to bed at this point. Got a friend named Joshua who loves to play this game, begs me all the time to play. He's at work tonight until 7 a.m. in the morning, so I'm not going to be seeing him tonight. Avery got fed up with the game because he doesn't know how to play. He bought the game. He hasn't played it in more than 5 minutes. And, I mean, you got to be patient. You got to learn. You can't just sit here and expect to get it right away and then get mad when you don't. So, there's that, I guess. Avery's just been having a hard time lately. I mean, I talked about him last week in the vlog, and I was hesitant to post it, but I was like, you know what, I'm just going to post it, and if he gets mad, he won't be mad forever, I promise. So I just posted it, and to be honest, I'm recording this the day of, so I don't know his reaction yet. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, last week I talked about Avery and his car situation and how I just completely disagreed with it. I mean, I tried to give him my insight, and it's kind of like I told Devin yesterday. It's like you see someone making the huge mistake, and all you can do is sit here and give them your advice and tell them why you think it's wrong and why you think they could do better for themselves, and sit back and watch it happen. It's hard to watch somebody dig themselves into a hole knowing that they're digging themselves into a hole, but if they won't take your advice, you can't force them to do it your way. That's a loud horn. I sort of like this truck. I like the horn. I'm not crazy about the signals. I like them to sound like, new. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I'm a little crazy. That was one of my biggest complaints about Ford versus Chevy. When I rent a Chevy vehicle, they have the old sound, and when I rent a Ford, it's got the like it's new and expensive, and I don't know. I just like that. I always liked it. Let's talk about cars. I'm a little crazy on cars. I get that. Some cars more than others. I've always been crazy about the Chrysler 300. You guys know that. I did a review of the Chrysler 300. I couldn't be anything but biased toward it because I loved it. But I'm trying to get to a point where I'm not so crazy about that car anymore. And the reason is, I'm trying to hold this thing between the lines. Come on now. It's a car, and it's a nice car, and I think it's a reachable goal. Like I said, it's something that I could achieve, but I have to think about me being 6'5" and not being able to fit in a car very well. That's kind of my main concern. I like the car, and it would be a great recreational vehicle, something to put in my garage and just be like, oh yeah, I like that car. I'm going to drive it on the weekends when it's sunny outside and go out for a rip. But do I see it being an everyday driver for me? I think I could do better. I don't know how better, but I think I could do better. I'm really, really interested in the 2016 Ford Explorer. This year, 2016, they've brought out the Platinum model. Really like the Platinum model. It's pretty much every feature they offer on the Explorer standard. And it's like $53,000 base. That's a lot of money for a car, but for a Platinum model, that's actually kind of cheap, to be perfectly honest. And I like that about it. So it's a nice car, nice deal. Do I need a 3 rows of seat, 8 passenger? I think it's 8, maybe 7 passenger SUV? No, I don't have a big family. Don't have a bunch of kids. I mean, I don't need that. It's definitely not a need. But looking at the options, I'm really interested in the 3.5 liter EcoBoost V6. That's what my truck has in it right now, and I really like that engine. The Platinum model Ford Explorer has that engine as well, so that's really interesting to me. I like that, but so I mean, that right there was a win for me. I just love that. But I have to look at a truck fits me more. A truck fits me better. Truck to match the Explorer in quality is more expensive. A Platinum level truck is more expensive, and you can get that engine, but then there's several things you have to sacrifice. Like, for example, the Platinum model F-150, it does not come with that engine as an option. It only comes in a V8, and so you're looking at gas mileage as being sacrificed. Stuff like that. So this guy drives as good as me. You see him going back and forth between the lines. So, you know, I mean, there's different things to look at when you're looking at cars. Um, I get, I don't know, like, for some reason, I have the expectation to be able to just go into a place and pay cash for a car. That's never going to happen. Well, I'm not going to say that. It's not going to happen within the next 2 years. Let's put it that way. Not unless something crazy happens, like I win the lottery, which I don't even play, so I don't know how I would win. Uh, but that's kind of I don't want to go buy a car on a loan because I realize that I'd pay the bank $6,000 to $8,000 just in interest, and I'm not doing myself any favors by doing that. So I mean, I don't know. It's just I'd love to buy a car, but if I buy a car, I want to go pay cash for it. I don't want to be stuck doing payments and owing the bank more than it's worth. And in order to pay cash, that means you have to save. And right now, like I said earlier, I'm making money, but I'm only making enough to survive. I'm not making enough to. What are we doing here? Oh shit! Okay, somebody's passing. I thought. I hope I didn't cut him off on his screen. I thought I had someone coming head on there. Well, I went around him, but now I'm going to have to slow down because too many curves, too much going on. Yes, yes, I am doing this. He was slowing down too slow for me. I had to go around him. Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna have to do this, and I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to make this turn here. So I don't mean to cut you off, but he's going around me now. Oh man, it's gonna be a clusterfuck in about a minute. Oh, there went a sign. I wish I had trucker radio somehow to talk to him. I didn't mean to cut you off. That was not my intention, but I had to turn there. So anyway, what was I on about? I don't even remember now. That was fun. 4 trucks at once, and you know my ping's going crazy because I'm uploading. So there's that. It might be finished by now. I don't know. So I've talked about so many things in this video, and I don't even remember what half of them are, and I don't even remember if I finished half of the conversations that I was having with myself. So yeah, wish me luck, I guess. I don't even know. Cars, getting started at life in general. All things that I'd like to do the right way, which sounds kind of dumb, but not to diss anybody. I'm not here to try and diss anybody, but my brother got married at 18. I think he was 18. Heck, I don't even know. He has a son now, and he wanted to go into the Army. He's joined the Army with a kid and a wife at home, and it's just, I don't feel like that's the proper way to do it. I wouldn't want to. First of all, I wouldn't want to have a kid without any kind of plan. I mean, you know, semi living with parents, semi not. We won't go into that. Not having a really steady job. I mean, you know, getting started in your first couple of years is not an easy thing. You're working for minimum wage in most cases, which, you know, he was doing better than that. But now he's in the Army, which I understand is doing well for him. But I just wouldn't want to be in that situation. I wouldn't want to be in the situation where I've got a kid and a wife. And, I mean, a wife is fine, but a kid And, you know, you're going to have that for at least the next 18 years. And you're going to have to worry about protecting and taking care of and providing for. And, you know, if your life fell apart tomorrow and you lost your job or whatever it is, wouldn't it be nice to say, you know, well, we can survive because we have two of us, and maybe two of us work. I don't know. But anyway, you know, if one of us lost our job, we'd have each other. We could move back in with parents if it was really that bad. But once you have a kid, you bring it to a whole new level, and you're like, okay, now I have to provide for my own. And moving back in with parents is kind of unreasonable and unacceptable. And so, lag, cool. So, I mean, you know, that's the line that you cross. I mean, I feel like getting married crosses that line, but then you get a whole other line that you've just crossed again because you had a kid. And I wouldn't want to be in that situation. Nothing against my brother. He tries hard and he does well for himself. And I'm happy for that. But I personally would not want to be in that situation. I've told friends that if I ever have kids, which I do want to have kids one day. I love kids. But I've told some friends, you know, if I ever do have kids, I want to do it the right way. I want to at least have a nice... Where was the entrance? Did I miss the entrance? Yes, I did. I'm going to pull a U-turn right here. I want to have a nice car and maybe even a nice house that I own. And... Ooh, don't let me get in somebody's way. A nice house and car and, you know, a nice income that I can provide for my kids and just kind of do right for what I need to do, you know. Do better than just, you know, working for minimum wage, doing everything I can just to survive. And, oh, look, I have kids, you know. My cousin is kind of my example. I hate to say that. He's the one that I don't want to end up like. I don't know how old he is. He lives with his mom. He has 3 kids. His wife, well, he's not with his wife anymore. I mean, usually when you have 3 kids with someone, you decide that you want to be with them for a while. But, I mean, you know, whatever. To each his own. I don't want to be that situation ever. I want to at least have somewhat of a plan. I use Bertaley as an example a lot when I talk about stuff like this to people because Bertaley is a YouTube channel, by the way, that you know, I don't know what they do for a living. Couldn't tell you. I know that their dad is in the army, which, you know, that's cool. But their dad is in the army and they do well for themselves. They have money. I don't know how or what they do, and it really is none of my business, but they have plenty of money and they provide for their kids and they do fine. And that's where I want to be. That's where I want to be when I have kids. You know, doing fine. They have a lake house they just purchased, and they drive reasonably new cars, and, you know, they don't need anything. They've got everything they need, and that's perfect. That's where I need to be. So, you know, whatever. I feel like this is the most off-the-wall video I've done yet, so hopefully I didn't bore you to death. Join me next time. Thanks for watching.